Hey beauties, good afternoon to you. All right, so beautiful people, I thought long and hard about doing this video. I really for days actually thought about it and said, all right, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway because we live in a day where people are being beyond reprimanded, like a vitriol, a rancor is created, for those who really are trying to encourage people to do things, not necessarily things that are right. In this particular case, things that are wise. Because not necessarily everything that is right is wise. You can say something that is right but at the wrong time. So that may be unwise. But you have something that is wise that may not necessarily be right or wrong. It may be based on perspective. But what people tend to do, they look at a universal outcome, and then they make judgment calls on the basis of universal, like something that tends to happen invariably or frequently. All right. There is something that I'm seeing on the internet and it really disturbs my somewhat of equilibrium. It has tugged on my heart, the pangs, of my heart, I should say. And I'm seeing situations. My mother taught me something that I personally will take to the grave. My perspective, I don't necessarily agree with women who are older to date younger men. Because there is one of the things that women may not really understand about men is that sometimes they go through phases like us as women, but one of the things that stay with them is that seeing sense, that seeing power, I call it. That is the strength of a man. That is part and parcel why you find men pursuing women. It's part of their masculinity. Whether you are gay, whether you are straight, that is one of their strengths. That is what moves them. What they see. It is their trigger point. It is their stimuli or their stimulus, whatever you want to call it, It moves them. So when you see a man move to a woman that he's interested in, it is because of what he sees, what he finds attractive. I'm not talking about people who are being tricksters, who dupe women for a particular reason. I'm talking about on the basis of attraction, and he's moving into trying to get into a relationship with her. Even if he's just trying to have sex with her solely, there must be something that he's attracted to. Now, if there's power, and I just use the word power for this conversation, all right, is there seeing sense. It therefore means that anything that your disposition, your physiology, what you're displaying here has to be attractive to them. And one of the things I realize with men is that men like youth. They like a youthful look. Why do you think we're now basically struggling and having, almost a diatribe with a number of these pedophiles? Men are attracted to youth. Abraham was 10 years older than his wife, Sarah. We can use, all the Bible examples, generally speaking, we can safely bet, Sarah's, the Bible spoke about the age difference between Sarah and her husband, but, we can safely bet that there was a similarity with the other men and women of God in the Bible, that there was that disparity, the men being the older of the two. Now, when you are a woman, and I'm not saying this, please, don't take anything, I'm not trying to disrespect, and you are 20, 30 years older than the man, you're in one of the high-risk relationships in the man leaving you for somebody else quickly. They were saying that black men don't leave their wives like that, and research shows it, that even relationships that, you find the men cheating on the women, though they don't necessarily instigate a divorce, it's the women who do it. You follow? They don't necessarily instigate the divorce. And I'm saying to women who are much older, there is something with our bodies. Yes, we have the BBLs. Yes, things and times have changed. Back in the days, not like, people when they were, back in the day when people were 50 or 1, if they were 80, 90, 100, 300, 500. No, people who are 70, they're looking 50. People who are 60 looking 40. I mean, all of that. But no matter with all, let me tell you, most of them still have to do all sorts of things to look that way. Check it, especially if the woman is older than the man. She's more insecure. She's doing everything to try and look youthful, working overtime to look youthful. Check it. They may not admit it, but it is true. They're working overtime because in the subliminal part of their mind, they're thinking he's going to see a younger, fresher, shapely, nicely put together woman that he's going to be interested in. And chances are she's right. When he's seeing that young, fresh body, he is going, even if he doesn't leave you. More than likely he will leave you, but even if he doesn't, he is going to give you bun, go, bun come. Bun in your down sitting, bun in your uprising. If you make your bed in hell, he gives you bun there. And I'm not saying this as a disrespect. Because I'm seeing some things on the internet, a particular case with an older woman. And I see the level of disrespect. Not to say that she's perfect, because she has done her own share of indiscretions in terms of how she behaves or her attitude. I can't speak to, in terms of her sexual infractions, if she has committed any or, any form of infidelity. But on his part, literally disrespected her, started dating another woman in front of her, not being there when she was hospitalized and whatnot. She has made marriage. You wonder when you see their marriage, if marriage really came from God. You start to question God and saying, I wonder if marriage is really an honorable thing. She makes it look horrendous. They make it look horrendous. Like a disrespect, like they're trying to box God. I make sure to say the word trying to box God in his face and disrespect his order that he created, his right marriage. Because a number of people feel that every marriage that you see, they're of God. No. You remember that the enemy will always counterfeit everything that God comes with. So he will try and put people together to create destruction, to create mayhem. So not all marriages you see are marriages of God. They're not blessed by God. God did not sanction those marriages. They're not honored by God. They're not of God. The devil literally put them together. Please know that. I don't think people understand the adversary that the world has in it, I don't think people understand he's called the prince of the power of this air. And when I see that particular marriage and others that is promulgated in the media frequently, and it just shows a level of disrespect, my heart goes out. I don't want to say fear. Fear is not of God. But I become concerned for people who are potential married people and who may think that this is what marriage is all about. Yes, every marriage, even marriages that are of God, will have their challenges because we live in a broken world. We are broken people. We were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. We understand that. But that is beyond broken. It's demonic. When you see some of these, it's literally demonic, a literal disrespect to who God is and what God has created. And women, no matter how we have the BBLs and we're living in modern time, women tend to age faster than men. I don't know if it's because of the side of the brain that we use, where we take on everything. We're miserable, we cuss, women. And again, the trigger point, the power point of a man is what he sees. The power point of a man is what he sees. I tell you, people, I have a lot of male and I hear how they talk, just how they even greet me, the things that they say. And I said, my God, I'm a social scientist. That's my first degree was actually sociology with a minor in social psychology. So we look at groups, we look at how people view things, the things they say and whatnot. So listen to me, older women, find men who are older than you. I'm not saying they have to be vastly older. Please don't go the younger way. 90% of the time it doesn't work out, guys. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message. Thank you.